I'm Ryan.
I'm Zach.
We are the Radio Noobs. We're here to talk about the new Comic-Con trailer for the Season 3 of The Walking Dead. Well, Zach, what do you think of it?
First things first, Andrea and Michonne. They're on their own. They're cut off from the rest of the group. And it looks as if they are the first to discover the governor in Woodbury.
Right, and when that's a big difference from the books because it's Andrea and Dale, who is still alive, but at this point in the books, who stumble upon the prison and regroup and show everybody the prison. And they're all both running from Herschel's farm. The only difference is in the show the farm's been run over, whereas in the books Herschel
Forces everybody out.
Forces them out and
Tells
kicks
them
them
to
out.
get going. Yeah.
And threatens them. So yeah, since then, since they were forced, or the farm was overran, Andrea got cut off, and Michonne stumbled upon her. And it looks like they kind of group together and take off on their own, trying to find the rest of Andrea's group.
Well, I think more importantly, in the books, for those of you who read it, you will see that it's Rick and Glenn and Michonne who meet the governor first. You also see in that teaser trailer the helicopter that crashes, and that's sort of what sparks the introductions between the governor and our group in The Walking Dead.
Right, because both parties can see the chopper from where they're at on the ground, and they both see that it crashes, so they both send out parties to check it out, which is where the groups come together and pretty much discover each other.
Yeah, and that's a very big difference. Those are very different introductions between the book and the show.
Which I'm hoping there's some sort of strategy behind that, and it's not just arbitrary that Kirkman decided that these people are going to meet the governor instead of these people.
Yeah, because my hunch is that they may be trying to have the governor a little less evil right out of the gate. It's pretty apparent in the books that the governor is just a bad dude all around.
Just from the way he's drawn, just from the way they set up that character in the books, yeah, you could tell he's a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can see in the trailer that he's kind of being friendly to Andrea and Michonne. He's telling them, welcome to Woodbury. I mean, in the books, within the first few pages of meeting the governor, he's chopping hands and off and
right.
Beating people up and putting them in prison cells and everything else.
Right, and he's just extremely sadistic. Do you think that that's something that they're going to continue in the show? Because in the books, he's extremely sadistic and brutal, and
I hope so. It can only
that.
make it. It can only make it better. It can only make it good to have somebody that's just crazy. That's just almost lost their mind altogether.
That evil.
Yeah, totally. Spoiler alert for some people: Rick does lose his hand in the books. Do you think they can do that? Do you think they can pull it off? We see it with Merle a little bit. They kind of cover him up. They put some kind of thing over his arm. It looks like he can put knives and different things in there.
And we've
but
talked
can you
about
do that with a main character though?
See, and we've talked about that before. I think that Merle losing his hand is a substitution for Rick losing his hand. It's their way of just putting that subject matter out there without really disrupting a main character.
Yeah, but you said it yourself. With green screens, camera shots, all the funny stuff that they can do with TV and movies and with camera angles and whatnot, they may be able to get away with cutting Rick's hand off. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, because there is so much intricate storytelling in the books because it's a story that's been going on for years. It's kind of hard to tell where they're going to take a television show because television can last anywhere from one episode and they can pull it off the air to 7-8 episodes or 7-8 seasons.
Well, like I've told you before, I firmly believe that everything we see in the show at one point in time or another was on an idea board for the book. It was something that was going to be in there somewhere. What I mean specifically is things like, do you take a main character's hand or not, and how do you introduce people to other people, and I'm very excited though. Cannot wait for season 3. We are very close, almost there.
Now, do you know how long do you think they're going to be in the prison?
You know what? That's a really good question. And honestly, knowing TV, they could probably squeeze a full 2 seasons out of it. But not much longer than that.
I don't think a TV audience's attention span won't.
We also don't want to give too much away here either. And what happens during the prison and we won't go too much further.
The books are out there, and they've been out there for a long time. I think people should just pick it up and read it.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that don't, though. So
they're missing out.
Well, that's about all the time we have today. We get any more news info about The Walking Dead, we will be back with you.
We are the Radio Noobs.